has such a harsh light right now, so I don't think that helps any better, but Pisces, welcome back to Nature's Galaxy. I'm your host and talkative friend Luna. Thank you so much for stopping by and trusting me with your cards. I am actually working on a few of my artistic things right now, but I wanted to go ahead and just kind of like do a reading. I had an adventurous day. That was kind of bad too. Not like in a bad type of way, but my behavior. Anyway, something was just like, go ahead and do like Pisces reading. So let me go ahead and shuffle a few cards and see what's going on in the energy. Funny, Hanged Man as soon as I open up my deck. Let me shuffle it a little bit. So Pisces, it's time to get back to the art. I know that your season is slowly coming to a close, but the Mercury retrograde is also slowly coming to a close. So where we were about to, I'm putting myself in there as a 12th houser, where we were about to do a little bit too much in one area and or when it comes down to stepping outside of creativity. I know for me during the Valentine's season, I'm still recuperating from just like the working season. So I can only imagine that the Mercury retrograde in your sign was like pulling you back to creativity, where it's just like, hold up. It's time for you to like, if anything, what brought you to how you write? What brought you to how you sing? What brought you to how you draw? What brought you to how you paint? And different things like that. What brought you back to how you cook? What brought you back to how you speak to people? Empress. So with the Empress card right here, it does feel like you're just getting back to the basics. For others of you who take care of children, take care of your own children, take care of people who you believe as your children, you're magnetizing yourself right now. The Mercury retrograde now, as it's closing out, is looking really good on you. Amazing. But even though with the Empress card, you know, comes a major amount of responsibility at the end of the day. It's not so much like, oh, rainbows and sunshine. In my other deck, when it comes down to the Empress card, and you can find it on the original Rider-Waite, she is surrounded by different wheat, but also in addition, she is surrounded by a stream, a lake, so on and so forth. I like to say that, you know, all of the tears that the Empress created, you know, built her up to where she stands today. You didn't get there just because you waved a magic wand. No, there was a lot of tears. There was a lot of, you know, blood, sweat, and tears, basically. And now things want to start coming back around. Pluto is in your 12th house. And the Emperor. Wow, I've been shuffling this deck for a little minute now, and the Emperor comes out. Okay, so Empress, Emperor, what it do, homie? I'm just kidding. So when it comes down to the Emperor card here, okay, so the feminines and the masculines coming through. For the masculines, oh, you know, your tears have been private, but you're building potential, you're building power. Again, you're just coming back to your creativity. You're coming back to your practical nature of things. For some of you, for a lot of you, the exes have been coming back, whether in the DMs, in thoughts and dreams. Lord, I had 3 exes come back in like one of my dreams, and I was just like, what's going on? So more than anything, you are just seeing, I don't know why I keep like hearing the principality of the thing. 424 on the timer. The principality. Okay. So when it comes down to the Emperor and the Empress card here, it's taking a lot of work. For some of you, maybe you're just like not where you truly want to be. Take it slow when it comes down to repairs of the home. 444 on the timer. Take it slow. Don't put all of your money into the car. Don't put all of your money into the credit. Don't put all of your money into the home. I know I keep saying it, but it was 444. Might as well repeat it 3 different times. your stability is amazing, but at the same time, just how you go from buying and trading a car, it's the same thing when it comes down to your energy at this point in time. How can you sustain certain things? I know we don't like talking about the WAR, but I was looking it up the other day. How long did the first one last? 4 years, 6 months. Okay, how long did the second one last? 6 years. So, sustainability. It's all about sustainability right now. If you're into Vedic astrology, Pluto is in Capricorn. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, if you've been around Capricorns before, like as soon as we walk into this world, because I have Saturn in the first house, as soon as we walk into this world, responsibilities like boom. Can you take care of this? Can you take care of this? Can you take care of this? And you have to grow into it. You have to grow into being like, I'm really happy that I'm able to take care of myself. I know I've been brought to tears in different ways when it comes down to that. And I'm pretty sure, I think to a certain extent, not to say that some of you are codependent, but being able to provide for others has really brought warmth into your heart, almost like to tears is what I'm getting. What beautiful energy. And then we have the 10 of Cups. So some of you are just waiting to go off and be married. Some of you, if you're single. For others of you, you're rebuilding what you think this is when it comes down to the 10 of Cups. Some of you are caught like, oh no, I am exactly where my parent once was. Maybe a little better, maybe a little different, because you have different people around you who are in the Empress energy. Whether they have the car, whether they have the home, it doesn't matter. They have and embody that energy where they're just like focusing on education is number one, focusing on resources, where it comes from, number one. Whatever it actually is for you, how it's translated into your heart space and moving forward on into X, Y, or Z in this lifetime. When it comes down to the 10 of Cups, there's different things that are being put into your heart space, for sure, for sure. Prime example, the first 7 years of your life will repeat, but it's just like, for some reason, for some of you, what I'm getting is like, not to say we can go back in time, so on and so forth, but what I am suggesting, what the cards are also suggesting, is that you still have a choice. It may take a lot of strength, it may take a lot of discipline, but you have a choice. What I'm hurrying. No, don't hurry. What I'm hearing is we always have a choice. The courage to change. So I'm actually writing something in terms of like a dream that I had during like the 2020, 2021 era. I'm finally getting the courage to write it down because things are coming true that I kind of saw coming years ago in my dreamscape. Part of it is kind of like what I see here. In terms of the Page of Swords, don't let somebody talk you in or out of something like, oh, but we understand. What is it that Nicki Minaj did recently? Like she just followed like Netanyahu. I haven't followed her in years, and I just ended up blocking her as soon as I found that out. I was just like, absolutely not. And somebody in the comments, if somebody was just like, oh, she was, this and this happened when she was a child. And respectfully, we all kind of are just like, that's strange to say. That's strange to, no, we all have a choice. We all have a choice in this. So, Page of Swords, you are learning where just because like an injury happened X, Y, and Z to you doesn't necessarily mean you're going to turn into that villain. Absolutely not. And for some of you, especially with Pluto in the 12th house, you just don't necessarily know how powerful you are, that it's time to start over. And this starting over deals with a certain extent of isolation, loneliness, and some things still just not panning out right and in the time you want them to. So what I'm getting is as the Mercury retrograde comes to an end, it looks like the other planets want to go retrograde. So the ones that you need to think and really sense more of, especially with Pluto in the 12th house, is Uranus. When Uranus goes retrograde, that's the time of like really looking at your life and being like, yeah, no, I want to change everything. I want a team, I want a home, I want love, I want everything, everything. But for some of you, this Page of Swords is just like putting yourself out there, making sure that your voice is heard, and just different affirmations. Some of you are just like, again, coming to the understanding of like, okay, I need to be a little bit more curious with a few things, and that's beautiful. And the universe is just like, finally. Yes. Time to learn more, time to be more creative with certain things. I don't know why I got like this flashback of like middle school type energy. And then the card flew out. So we also have the King of Swords. A doorway in the shadow of this. Not everyone will see the doorway, but that is neither here nor there. Who has Scorpio in their chart? Anyway, when it comes down to the King of Swords here, what I'm getting is like, be brave. Be brave. Bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Swords. I don't want to pull anything else from that deck. It's for some reason, something's telling me to like pull from another deck with this King of Swords. Excuse me. Something about a Taurus. We have joy. Joy. Remember your joy. Remember to come back to your joy. Mercury retrograde. Whoop-de-doo. 11:33 at the timer. Some of you actually have a Mercury retrograde like in your natal chart, and it's just like, parts of like my life that finally make sense to me. 11:44 on the timer, because like now everybody else has to go through it. You're kind of like back into the pouty phase of just like, darn it. You feel like the Mercury retrograde is just not long enough, because it's just like, but I also think like different things in terms of like what you were born into, certain situation where you were conditioned into certain things. Maybe certain things were like a choice, but either way, I see you unraveling a few things in the coming months. When it comes down to this Capricorn energy, what I'm mainly looking at is execute your mission. It's time to get back to your creativity for some of you. Thinking outside the box. Page of Swords. We also have Aries here. Aries could be of assistance. You could have Aries in your chart. Your ruling planet, 12:34 on the timer when I was saying that. Your ruling planet now in Aries. Aries are going to help you out, because we get it. You want to be in that energy. You want to be in your own Pisces energy, but it's now time to move forward. Ask again later. You already know the answer. You just don't like it. So let me pull like a love card real quick, and then I'll end the reading here, because there's something here when it comes down to the King of Swords. I'm not really like able to tap into it like I was able to with the other messages, which is why I'm kind of like, okay, next, okay, next, okay, next. But anyway, neither here nor there. With the love energy, I bear myself and work to forget you. So this is a King of Swords Taurus energy coming through. Doesn't have to be a man, but Gemini, Libra, Aquarius individual. We also have Capricorn here. What else with this energy? It's time for me to heal now. Don't hold anyone to a timeline. That's what I'm getting with this. And I love you. Oh, oh snap. Okay. Okay, Pisces. No, just kidding. But someone definitely has this I love you energy. There's something saying like they're not going to come back. Don't hold a grudge. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Just putting it out there for some of you. Come back to your joy. Come back to your joy. I know that I crossed the line with you, and I remember every detail of that day is how they're feeling. Just right in the heart space. They will become a better person, but do not hold them to a timeline. That's for somebody. Thank you so much, Pisces, for stopping by and trusting me with your cards again. Thankfully, you have that stalker out of your system. I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Anyway, whenever you're watching this, I hope you have a great morning, noon, evening, or night, and I'll talk to you guys next time. See you on the wave.